What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Builder series that I have been doing for quite some time. I took a little bit of a break because the site wasn't working, and I felt like if I'm putting out teams and you guys are consistently trying to connect with these teams and you can't find them or you can't download them, I just thought that would be, I don't know how to explain it. I just was like, you know what, I'm just going to take a break until this gets fixed. I wasn't even sure if it would get fixed, to be very honest with you. I was sort of worried that my project wouldn't be able to be finished fully, but they got it fixed. So we are here with another 4 teams, and we're going to waste no time. Let's get right into it. So the number 1 team today is the Oklahoma Bulls. And yes, I took inspiration from a few different areas. Obviously with the logo, I tried so hard to find a good logo for this team, and I had such a hard time finding it, and I finally found one that resembled sort of the Chicago Bulls, but a little bit more modern, and I loved it, so I stuck with it. And I went ahead and I also used inspiration from a couple of college teams with the color combo, the black and the deep orange. So Oklahoma State, Oregon State, those colors. I wanted to have something like that in here. I wanted to implement orange somewhere. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at these jerseys. Alrighty, and here we go. So we have a very simple, just all black with the orange and white striping on it. And like I said, I took a lot of inspiration from Oklahoma State and Oregon State with the color combination here. And I just thought it looked really clean. Oklahoma definitely deserves a team. And like I said earlier, I wanted to try to do some states that don't always get a team in them, whether it's through obviously the NFL or a pro league outside of the NFL, or even, some of the people that create stuff, or like the relocation things, like some cities that just were never really included. I know Oklahoma was, but I think you guys get what I'm trying to go for here. Something a little different. And here, the away uniforms. I really love the way the helmet turned out. I wish that the black would match up better on the bumpers and whatnot, but it just doesn't. And then this one here, man, I thought I had a wrong color on the helmet, but I don't. The helmet just looks different. It doesn't look bad when you are matching it up with the black uniform set, but for whatever reason, maybe it's the lighting, I don't know, the orange just seems so much more vibrant on the jersey than it does on the helmet. So I don't know if it'll work out well or not. Maybe test it around a little bit and see what it looks like, maybe with a black alternate uniform. But I do like the way this turned out. I got all the options, of course, as always. Got a white helmet option as well. So I think it turned out wonderful. And then for the last one, we have just a charcoal option. I wasn't sure what to do for this last uniform, so I just decided to throw together something with a dark gray and see if that would work. You have all the options that you would need anyway, so if you don't want to use it, all right. But I do think it looks sort of cool, especially the helmet. I think the helmet looked cool, even if you work it with, again, the black jersey and whatnot. And then, of course, here is the field. I don't know why I only put the logo in the end zone, but I'm probably going to change that by the time that you guys are seeing this video. All right, time for team number 2. And this team I tried for a while. I was going through different options and I was working with the AI to try to get a logo, and it did not want to give me a decent one. And then finally I found one, and I think it looks pretty cool. I tried to work in blue with this. It just didn't work with the uniform, and I don't know why. I worked with the logo, but the uniform, it didn't. So I just said, screw it. We're going to go with just a simple color. It's a very simple design, just like 2 colors used, and I think it turned out well. And this team is going to be the Connecticut RIVERHAWKS. Yeah, you can't really see the text on the bottom of the logo there, but it is the RIVERHAWKS. And this was an idea that, of course, AI gave me along with the logo and everything, because I wanted to put a team in Connecticut, and I couldn't come up with anything for some of the options that some people put out there and what I found online. So I went with the RIVERHAWKS. It sort of has a nice ring to it. And yeah, let's check out the teams. And here we go for the jerseys. And like I said, it's a simple build. It's just a light green and a little bit of a darker green with white. And I just went with the 2-tone stripe, where it's just like one on top, one on bottom for the coloring. I really like the way the helmet turned out. It almost looks like you can see a hint of like mint inside of the helmet and when it hits the lights, so which looks really cool. And you know, sometimes you want to do extra stuff with jerseys, and then other times you just want to leave them simple and just let the colors speak for themselves. I really like the away option on these jerseys. I don't know why, it just speaks to me. They do resemble a little bit like Philadelphia Eagles vibe, right? Like with the like how the striping looks on the pants and whatnot. So not that I took inspiration from the Eagles, but I can see the resemblance there. Pretty basic though. Then of course you have the dark green option. So this is the dark green now with the light green on the shoulder pads and the striping. And these did not have a lot of different options that we could do, right? Like it was dark green, light green, white with light green, white with dark green. So there wasn't a whole lot of different options that I could really come up with, but I am happy to have a team in Connecticut. I feel like that area is not well represented enough in the professional sports world. I understand population wise, maybe it can't really hold a professional team, but I wanted to make sure we got some love to Connecticut here in this series. And now for the last jersey I just did like a really like deep, like dark green alternate. So it's really hard to even see what where the logo and striping is. And you'll see that here in a second. Here it is. But I also think it looks really cool, right? Like I have the oversized outline logo on the helmet, just a lighter green with the dark green striping, the dark green numbers, everything is just green. And there you see the oversized logo there with the cutout. I don't know why. I just thought this looked cool. I hope you guys enjoy it as well, because I enjoyed finding this team. And this team is going to, of course, be up in I think we're going to have in the NFC. I think that's where I want to put it. And there you see the field. And of course the stadium, and that will wrap up team 2. All right, we're already on team number 3. These videos are going by quicker than I thought they would. I don't know why. It just feels like they're not as long as, I mean, this is probably the shortest series that I've ever had. And as I'm talking for no reason to extend that time for absolutely no reason. Anyway, team number 3. This one was one that I wanted so bad to do a team with this logo, but I could not find a logo that just looked like an actual sports logo. Everything I found was like a very eccentric and like almost like glamorous type of elegant logo, and it just didn't tell me it was an NFL team, an NFL caliber team, right? There's a certain way logos have to look for it to be associated with football, and I just couldn't make it work. And then I finally landed on one that looked simple enough, and this team was born, and that is the Georgia Phoenix. Yes, not Atlanta, Georgia Phoenix. We're representing the whole state here. But this logo, love it. It's not a phoenix per se. I understand that. I did have the bird with like the little things on the head there you see, and I was hoping that maybe that would give it more that mystic vibe of what a phoenix would look like. But this was the best I could do, man. You should see some of the other logos I had. They were not good. But I think this turned out well. This is one of my favorite uniform sets as well, by the way, that I've come up with. I know I say that almost every video, but I mean it. Like, you guys will probably agree when you see these. So let's go and check them out. And here we go. Yes, I went full on like black, red. No, not a lot of white used in the home jersey, really at all. Actually, no, none. No white used at all. All red and black. I just thought it looked tough. It looked mean, and I just love the way it turned out, man. The black helmet, pants with the red jersey, and then the aways, man. The aways, I really like how they turned out as well. With the red numbering, it just pops. And then, of course, I would probably end up running this with the home pants, the black pants as well. But you guys know how I do things, man. I just put them all out there. You guys can sort them out however you want, wear whatever order you want, obviously. And in almost in any case, if you take one of the helmets, one of the jerseys, and one of the pants, it don't matter which order you grab them in, they will somehow fit together because I designed them that way on purpose. I want you to have the flexibility to make your own looks. And there we see they have the red option. The striping in the middle is because you have to color it to get that like look like it's a double stripe like that, and the helmets just don't look properly this year, so there's no way to make it look like it's the same thing, so I apologize there. But as long as you're not zooming in like I am with these pictures, you'll be fine. And then now you see I also did an option with no black in it, just red and like this off yellowish, very light orange, to just give a different feel to the jerseys as a whole. And then of course you will have an away option for this uniform set, so that way if you don't like the black for whatever reason, you can wear just the red and the yellow. And there you see that option. I prefer the black. I think it just adds that extra like intimidation factor to the jersey set, but both of them are equally really nice. I like this whole set. Really happy with how this turned out. A couple of options for the helmets as well here for you. You have a white option, which I wanted to make work. I couldn't make it work with the black one for some reason. It just didn't work with the uniform set I was working with. And then out here to see the field and the stadium, and that will wrap up team 3. Alrighty, and now it is time for the fourth and final team that we will be looking at today. And this is, man, I probably shouldn't have said that line in the last one, because I think this is a team that I like better than, I like both, man. I like both. I mean, I like all of them. Obviously, I made them, but sometimes things just go together, and it's like, holy cow, this looks good. And this is one of those teams that I feel as if it does look that way. Now, option here for you guys, for me to think about. I am in the middle of trying to come up with the final couple of teams. I sort of have the areas worked out, maybe the cities or states that I want to use. I'm down to like 2 teams left, and it's been hard because I use most of my ideas on all these other teams. I think I have a good grasp on it. This team was initially going to be in Philadelphia. I am going to be moving it, as long as you guys are cool with it, to Carolina, because it makes so much more sense for this team to be in Carolina, and you guys will see what I'm talking about when you see the logo and the name. And I'm thinking of doing a different team for Philly. And if that is the case, give me some ideas, man. The best I have right now is Falcons, and I don't know if it really fits. I can't really find a good logo for it, so I'm on the fence right now about what team I want to put in Philadelphia. But I do know that I wanted to have a team in Philly. I want to have another team up in that area to complete that one division. And this team was going to be in Philadelphia, but it just makes too much sense to put them in Carolina, and I'll show you what I'm talking about right here. And that is the Carolina Reapers, right? Like, I don't even know what I was thinking. Like, I was doing the team and I'm like, Philadelphia Reapers. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks cool. That sounds good. Love the logo, love the color scheme, everything I was loving about it. And then I'm sitting there and like, wait a minute. I've been struggling so hard to find a team that I want to put in Carolina. And I am sitting here ignoring the fact that I have a team named Reapers, not in Carolina. Now, I'm not going to put a pepper on the helmet, right? I'm not going to do that. But you guys get the correlation here. And that's when I was like, why don't I just move this team to Carolina? Just keep everything the same. It still looks badass. It still looks like a good uniform set. So that's what I did. And I hope you guys appreciate it. If you guys have any issues with that, let me know. Because I'm not like completely, I just know this team will exist in my world. Whether that's Philadelphia or Carolina. I just think it makes more sense in Carolina. Let me shut up. Let's go and see these uniforms. All right, and here we go. We've got the uniforms. And like I said, man, these uniforms came together so nicely. It's a weird grayish black, but it looks like it's green as well in a weird way, almost maybe like a greenish blue. And then this dark teal color is what that green is, or at least that's what, you know, the color wheels tell me on Google, that this is a dark teal color. Just looks so good with it. This was also another team that reminded me of Philadelphia. When I had them in Philadelphia, I was like, oh my god, this team looks almost like a knockoff Eagles team. With the striping and the color scheme. So do not beat me up in the chat when it comes to this. This had nothing to do with this choice. I literally put in Reaper, or like, I don't even know what I put in. I think I put Reaper in or something in the AI system. And I said, give me some good color combos. And it said dark teal, charcoal gray, bone white, whatever it was. And I said, okay, make me a logo with those colors. And this is the logo that popped out. Of course, after countless times of trying to get it to work, it popped this out. But overall, really happy with the build. I think the colors work well together. Yeah, man, I love the way this turned out. And I feel stupid for not having them in Carolina from the get-go, considering the name was the Reapers. And then, of course, here you see the white set. You guys know you're going to have an all-white set when it comes to one of my team builds. I just feel like you need a color, the primary, the secondary, and a white helmet, if not a black helmet, involved with any setting that you have. And then for the last one, I wasn't sure what to do with it because I sort of hit the bases that I wanted to. So I went ahead and I made another variation of the home jersey with the like that grayish color. and I put more of a white accent on it, as you see here, and I made a secondary white helmet. So now you have one white helmet with the dark gray and green stripe, and now you have a white helmet with the teal face mask and the dark gray stripe, along with these uniforms here with the accent on the white instead of the green, and it just makes it pop a little bit more. There's not an away set with this technically because that already exists, but you guys can play around with it, see what you like, see what you don't like, and use whatever you like. And then there you go with the field. I had no mouth on purpose, by the way, just had to put that out there. And then here is the stadium, and that is going to conclude the 4 teams for today. So that brings us to 24 teams in total that we have seen now on this video set. I don't plan on changing much of anything about any team unless you guys absolutely hate the fact that the Reapers are in Carolina. I'm not sure why you would do that, but if you do, maybe we'll visit that again, right? But overall, I'm really happy with where things are coming. I know I have 28 teams. Let me see on my list here. I have another 4 teams finished that I'm going to show you. I actually had somebody... The funny thing with this error thing that happened was I had built a team for Chicago, and I was trying so hard to incorporate the Chicago flag and the Chicago colors into that uniform set that I put together a whole uniform set, finalized it, submitted it, all that stuff. And that's when I found out about the Teambuilder error, because I went to download the team to look at it and see, because usually what I'll do is I'll build the team first, I bring it into the file, I look at it in game because it looks very different in game than it does on the actual site. And then I say, okay, this needs to change, that needs to change, this needs to change. Let's swap this around. And so I go back, tweak whatever I need to tweak, resubmit it, download it again. And then I just repeat that cycle until I'm happy with the final product. And I did that with, I was going to do that with the Chicago team, but then the error happened. I'm like, what the hell, man? So it turns out one of my viewers, and if you're watching this, I really appreciate you telling me, he ended up finding it after the error got fixed, which actually told me that the error was fixed. I didn't know that the error was fixed. So shout out to you if you're watching this, that you're the reason this video is happening today, to be very honest with you, because I did not know the error was fixed. God forbid if Madden would tell us these things, right? So he told me that he found the team and that he loved them. So I'm assuming he's probably from Chicago, or at least from the area. Maybe lives there. I'm not sure, but he said he loved them. You guys will see that next video. And yeah, man, if you guys end up finding some of the teams that I don't release yet, let me know if there's some things that you don't like about them, like up front, because like until they're on this video, I can make adjustments and I can make changes. So if there's something that's like, you know, this striping just doesn't look right, or this color shade isn't really good or meshing well with this one, I'm not an artist here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am not some savant of color coding NFL caliber uniforms. Tell me, if you guys don't think something looks good, I'm okay with it. I'm not against changing things up. Now, if I think what you're asking me to change is ridiculous, I will not do that. But within reason, I will. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of these. Let me know if you find the other ones that I have not released yet, and let me know what you guys think of them up front so I know that I'm doing something right. I'm going to get back to working on some more teams and recording the Carolina Panthers franchise. I'm actually about to stop. I'm about to end this recording, and I'm going to go record the NFC Championship game for the Panthers. So I don't know if you're even seeing this yet, or if maybe you're seeing this after. I don't know. I record everything in advance. But thank you guys so much for watching. Before you leave, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that bell notification. I'll see you guys next time.